Hello, my name is Mindy Tomlinson and I am a psychotherapist here at Pivotal Counseling Center. I'm here to talk to you today about mindfulness. You may know a lot about mindfulness, you may even have a dedicated practice, or you may be coming here today because you know very little and you just want to get more information and see how it might be helpful. My definition of mindfulness is bringing one's attention fully into the present moment and being willing to experience all that the present moment has to offer without becoming attached and without reacting to it in any way. In a nutshell, mindfulness is about living in the present moment and be open and willing to all that moment has to offer. Now, we often think of mindfulness as meditation or yoga, but actually, anything that an individual does that brings them into their body and into the present moment can be a practice in mindfulness. So for instance, dance or the martial arts or Tai Chi or even a walk in the woods or having a meal can be a practice in mindfulness if the individual is fully present with what they are doing in that moment. Mindfulness is new to the West. However, it's an ancient practice that has gotten its roots in various religious traditions. That being said, you don't have to be religious or even have a belief in God or a higher power to practice it. In fact, in the West, mindfulness has become a secular practice. So for example, in our country, we have what's known as mindfulness-based stress reduction programs that help people with chronic pain. Businesses teach mindfulness to their employees to help improve creativity and productivity. Schools teach mindfulness to students to help with their attention and focus, and even to help them build empathy skills. And in sports psychology programs, mindfulness is used to help athletes reach peak performance. Mindfulness as a tool for psychotherapy can be very effective. In fact, some of our most popular evidence-based practices like acceptance and commitment therapy, mindfulness-based cognitive behavioral therapy, and dialectical behavior therapy all start with mindfulness as the foundation for their model. And then how does mindfulness help in terms of psychotherapy? Well, for instance, with things like anxiety and depression, mindfulness can help the individual to learn to kind of separate themselves from the negative or painful or ruminative thoughts that go along with those disorders. Mindfulness can also help people that struggle with substance abuse and alcohol problems to kind of notice their urges and separate themselves from those urges without having to act on them. And then with trauma and loss and grief, mindfulness practice can help people to learn to sit with the painful feelings that are associated with those experiences without having to get attached and fear that those feelings will last forever while the natural process of healing and recovery takes place. There are a myriad of ways in which mindfulness, when incorporated into a treatment plan, can be helpful to an individual coming for psychotherapy. In my practice, I begin by teaching mindfulness to my clients to help them develop insight and acceptance, self-compassion. I also use it to help clients to address and even alleviate symptoms of anxiety and depression, to identify and embrace their feelings, tolerate distress, regulate their emotions, and even change ineffective behavior patterns. Beyond therapy, I teach and advocate what I call mindful living. So you can think of a mindfulness lifestyle as the opposite of living on autopilot. Mindfulness in this regard will help you to learn to slow down and stop living by the rules and expectations set down for you by others and by the culture in general. I hope that what I've shared with you today about mindfulness has been helpful. If you'd like to learn more, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to meet you and work with you.